and welcome to the 2011 Cal Bears Football Preview Show here on Comcast Sportsnet. I'm your host, Jim Kozimor. Since 1923, Memorial Stadium has been the home to Cal Bears football. But things are different in 2011. A $321 million facelift means the team is playing somewhere else. The Cal Bears have moved across the bay to AT&T Park, their new lair for the 2011 season. It's a new team with a whole new mindset. After their first losing season since 2001, the California Golden Bears look to finish
at the top, baby. We're going to be at the top.
In a new conference, with a new home, and bonds that extend further than just the locker room. It's about veterans hungry to finish on top.
Let's get it. Work day today.
It's about making a splash. Yes! And leaving their mark.
There's no reason we shouldn't be on top.
It's a brand new season with brand new expectations.
I'm really comfortable and confident about the chemistry of the team.
It's the 2011 Cal Football Preview Show, and it starts now. In order to get the historic Memorial Stadium up to modern standards, it must undergo renovation and retrofit, forcing the Bears to go across the bay. Now Cal will play its upcoming season at AT&T Park, where they last played in the 2008 Emerald Bowl and were victorious over the Miami Hurricanes. Let's check out the Bears' new lair. AT&T Park is much smaller in size and has a capacity of 45,000, whereas Memorial Stadium seated just under 72K. Cal will make the transition from field turf to Kentucky bluegrass. Needless to say, the Bears are anxious to get started at their new home.
It's just really exciting, you know, to play in San Francisco where the Giants play, and, you know, it's just somewhere new, you know, but, you know, there's nothing like the Memorial Stadium.
And it really doesn't matter where we play, what service we're on. We just got to show up and play.
We're definitely going to make it our home. You know, it's not going to take too long, you know, to get used to that. So it's going to be fine. It's still a football field, you know, same size. So we're going to make it happen.
It'll be weird not to see college environment, not have some of our students, but at the same time, it's a great experience for the alumni to get out there. San Francisco's a great city.
And as long as I have my teammates, my coaches, my family and friends out there, that's my home stadium.
It was kind of weird knowing that last season was my last year in Memorial, but I'm excited to play in San Francisco. You know, you got some great fans out there. It's a new environment, great stadium.
Wherever our team goes, that's our home. So basically that's what we have to do, and AT&T is a great venue.
Anytime we step on the field, we mean business, and I think that's the mindset we're going to have going down there.
Cal will have to get adjusted to their new surroundings quickly to make AT&T feel like home. The Bears were good in Berkeley last season, but the road was a different story as Cal managed just one win away from Memorial Stadium. Last year was not the ideal finish to a season that began with such promise. Riddled by injuries and inconsistent offensive play, the Golden Bears are hoping to put last season behind them and get that bitter taste out of their mouths. Cal had its worst finish since 2001, going 5-7 overall and 3-6 in conference play. They finished in 8th place, just above UCLA and Washington State, and their school record bowl game streak of 7 seasons finally came to an end. Now the Pac-10 has a new name. With the addition of Colorado and Utah, the conference has become the Pac-12. It will be the first year the conference has implemented a 2-division format. Cal will face Colorado in the second game of the season and Utah later in October. Here is how the Pac-12 alignment shapes up. There are 2 divisions, the North and South, with each team keeping their historic rivalries. Cal and Stanford in the North, along with the Oregon and Washington schools. The South Division consists of the 2 new teams, Utah and Colorado, as well as the SoCal and Arizona teams. Conference is different. It's now the Pac-12. What do you know about Utah and Colorado, and what do they add to the conference?
Well, both really legitimate programs, no question about it, with great tradition and history. Colorado obviously has had great teams. Utah, I think, you know, Utah is the team coming in that has had notoriety over the last, probably since Urban Meyer had been there, you know, in 2003 or whatever it was. Great program. I mean, just look at what they've done over the last you know, 6-7 years. It's been phenomenal.
Not just looking at the new players that you have, but you have some new coaches, actually maybe some familiar faces who are coaches for you. Tell me about your coaching staff going into this year.
Yeah, no question. We have, on offense, we have Jim Mahalchuk, our offensive line coach, and Eric Kiesau are back. And, you know, we had a great run early, and they went off to do other things, and now they're back. And the comfort level is just so great there. You know, there's no inhibitions. We all understand what each other's saying. You know, we're not reinventing the wheel. Everybody's good.
Let's run through some of the guys you have individually. The quarterback position always gets a lot of attention. Zach Maynard, not a typical drop back guy. How do you coach a guy who has so many athletic skills?
He can be a pocket passer. He throws all the balls on the field very well. He can throw it deep. He has the arm strength for intermediate throws. He has a touch for the short throws. But he can pull it down and make something happen. It's very much a welcome addition to our offense to have a quarterback who is that elusive.
What are some of the expectations that you have right now?
I'm really comfortable and confident about the chemistry of the team, and I think we're going to have a great camp. I think they're eager to work really, really hard, and that's where it all begins.
It's been a good run so far for Jeff Tedford. Entering his 10th season, he is 2 wins shy of Cal's all-time wins leader, Andy Smith. And he is 5-2 in bowl games. But the thing Cal fans like the most about Tedford is his big game record, as he boasts a 7-2 record against the Cardinal. There's a new man under center, but it hasn't taken the signal caller long to make Berkeley feel just like home. Find out why after the break. Last season was a bump in the road for the Bears offense. Cal managed just under 26 points per game. They averaged over 31 points in the previous 5 seasons. Total yards per game were also down a significant amount to 334 yards. But with a hungry group of veterans, Cal looks to put the past behind them.
Obviously, you know, it's in the back of our minds. We know that we know what type of season we had, and we know it's uncharacteristic for, you know, Cal football and the legacy we built here.
You don't want to forget about it. Forgetting about it, you wouldn't really be able to learn from your mistakes. It's the type of thing where you want to use that as motivation for this upcoming year.
We just remember that hurt and the pain we felt after the last game, knowing we weren't going to a bowl game. We had not that good of a season, and we just let that fuel our fire, and we know what we got to do. It takes a lot of hard work.
One question mark for the Cal offense is the running back situation. E.C. Sofeli will be the starter, but with just 1 collegiate touchdown, Sofeli has a lot to prove.
I'm just trying to fill in those shoes from the past, all those guys from the past. Trying to listen to everything what Coach G tells me to do, and hopefully I'll be up there with the rest of those guys. I feel like I've worked for this my whole life, so I feel pretty confident in going into this season and being the starter.
I think EC really wants to be that guy. You know, in times I've talked with him and I've seen what he's worked. If you look at his weight numbers, his strength numbers, you know, I mean, the guy he is, he's got that goal in his mind.
Sofeli will have some big shoes to fill at running back U. The last 5 running backs before him ended up playing on Sundays. Sofeli has just 1 collegiate touchdown, leaving tons of room for improvement. Coach Jeff Tedford has consistently played the 2 running back system over the last few years. The good news for Sofeli is he has some veterans in front of him. Senior Mitchell Schwartz returns, having started all 38 possible games for the Bears over the last 3 seasons. Justin Cheadle is another senior with a lot of game time experience. Brian Schwanke and Matt Summers-Gavin also return to the veteran O-line.